Hey everybody, this is Florida Water Dog. Just wanted to show you my tackle box that I use when I go stand-up paddleboard fishing. I fish off a boat. That's B-O-T-E, paddleboard at Destin, Florida. I love the boats. Awesome out in the open water. Cut through that chop. Real stealthy, quiet, up in the mangroves. But anyways, I'm here to talk about my tackle box. Try and keep things real tiny, compact. You can see it's a 1.5 foot long. Not that very big. But it's got everything I need in it. Try and keep things in little packages. Miscellaneous hooks. A couple popping corks. Some live bait hooks. Jig heads. You need plenty of jig heads. Now I do have a bigger tackle box and I kind of supplement as I need it, but various jig heads, 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, everything I need. Again, more hooks, some live bait circle hooks for when I'm catching like snapper and reef fish and sheephead, stuff like that. Always need that. So that's the outside compartment, kind of stuff that I need to get through real easily and readily. You open it up. It's just a cheap folding knife. Now you might say gulp maggots, that's a freshwater bait. Well, sometimes the fish just don't take the bait completely, so you put a little maggot tipper on there and it got lots of strikes, lots of complete strikes, which is nice. So yeah, it's like $4 or $5. Fish aren't hitting. If they're hitting and they're just not taking it, put a little tipper on there and gets the job done sometimes. Sometimes that's dinner. A little bag, just various soft plastics. Do a shrimp. I actually have a little saltwater fly in there. I do have a fly rod. And a little saltwater fly once in a while underneath the bobber gets the job done. DOA shrimp, little swim baits. These are all my hard plastics. Got some jerk baits, got a little crab, got a couple top water poppers, got a couple pompano, just bucktail jigs, various hard plastics, some spoons, some gold and silver spoons. Those still work. Bucktail jigs and spoons. I still catch plenty of redfish and snook on them. And then I have braided line. So you need a nice pair of braided line cutters. If not, like a nail clipper works too. Same thing. Sometimes the fish just aren't taking it completely, so a little pure cure smeared on. Some pre-rigged swim baits. I fish up in the mangrove, so I tend to stay kind of small. These are just 3-inch swim shads, all pre-rigged, just time on, make your bam go. We have some gulp baits. These things are always awesome. Fucking thing leaked. That's awesome. These are just 3-inch swim sardines, little pogies. Like I said, I fish up in the mangroves a lot, so there's always oyster beds, lots of sheephead, so little peeler crabs. Cheap little sabiki rig. You never know when you need to catch a couple baits, and these are like $1.50, so sometimes you can't put them all back in, but you need to catch some bait, you need to catch some bait. Jig heads, always need those. Now I do keep some 20-pound test in my backpack that I bring with me, but this is a smaller thing, so this is 25-pound test, so I'd rather have 25-pound test leader than than no leader. Some weedless baits, bait hooks, excuse me, weedless bait hooks. Got the little thing up by the eye that you can attach the bait to make it weedless. I don't have too much of a problem with being weedless, other than being up in the mangroves, but that's my fault if it's up in the mangroves. So just a couple of those. More circle hooks. These are 4/0, so they're kind of big, but you're running some greenbacks. You're free lining them. A little beefier hook to them. Let them swim. I've got some offshore, kind of more heavier stuff. If I'm near the pier or the pilings, these are just metal leaders with like a snapper rig kind of. Got the leader, and then it comes down to a weight that kind of bounces but doesn't go all the way down to the hook, and then out to a little snap swivel so you can snap a hook onto it. Got 2 of those. Every once in a while we get some Spanish mackerel, so cheap little wire leaders, keep me from getting broken off. Now this is a beach rig more so. It's just a triple drop. Got three leaders on. Every once in a while I fish off the beach. Nice to have multiple hookups. Same thing, kind of a snapper rig. These are pre-rigged snell hooks, and they end up in just a little loop knot at the end, so it's really easy to tie them to a swivel. If you're when I'm out in the pier fishing for a mangrove snapper, it's nice to just throw those on, kind of thing. It's a couple friends that don't know how to tie their knots and stuff, so this was just something from Berkeley about how to tie different knots, and they're having trouble tying knots. Just hand this to them. I know the knots I need to, but not everybody does, so it doesn't weigh nothing. These are all my little weights and swivels. I keep them in like a pill container. That way you can take out 1 or 2 or however many you need and not disturb the rest. Got everything from little pinch, split shots. So some bigger lead from offshore near the bridges and stuff, and a bunch of bobbers. That's it. That's all you need. Have a little bit of variety. This whole thing doesn't weigh that much, and it's perfect on my paddleboard. I slide it up underneath my bungee cord system, and it gets the job done. And I have a bigger tackle box that as I lose stuff I put more in, and that's pretty much everything you need to know about my tackle box. Cheap little knife. It's all rusted from being out in the salt all the time, but I wear it on my side when I'm fishing. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is a paddleboard, kayak, just a small thing, something I can throw in my 5-gallon bucket with my cast net. I have a bigger thing of the gulp baits, the waterproof ones. Hooks. Yeah, I can fit everything in here. Doesn't weigh that much. I throw it in the front of my kayak. It's everything I need, and if I need more, I just supplement it. These people bring huge tackle boxes, and you don't need to. Just find something that's small,